¿Por qué invitarían al público a ver esta película?
It's such an epic film, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's so visually stimulating and satisfying.
And they
its
shot it on a
entirety.
2.76
Yeah,
aspect ratio, which
yeah.
is like super wide. So you get to see the world and the nature. And,
Yeah, you feel surrounded by the picture.
So you definitely want to see it on a cinema screen because of that as well. But yeah, it's an immersive, like, epic. But it goes through all the themes: horror, fear, humor, and an emotional ride as well.
It's quite overpowering, I would say.
¿Qué sienten al formar parte de una franquicia tan icónica como esta?
Wow, just
Honoured.
Honoured, yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel so fortunate,
Lucky,
really.
yeah.
¿Cómo ven un poco el papel del cine teniendo en cuenta que las generaciones más jóvenes quizás ya no consumen tanto cine?
What do you think about it? Oh, it feels like a shame if they're missing out. I feel like they're missing out.
Yeah, and
They
I think
should
if
go.
any film can bring young people back to the
Yes.
cinema, it would be this one.
Absolutely.
¿Qué esperan que el público se lleve de esta tercera parte de 28 años después?
Well, I hope they're going to want to see the second one because by the end of the movie, you're going to go, whoa, I need to see more. Like the journey that Alfie Williams, who plays Spike, our young son, he goes on such a journey through this movie. By the end, it's got such a great ending. And they've started shooting the second movie already, Nia DaCosta, who directed that. And so hopefully you're going to want to see some more.
Yeah. I hope they enjoy it. It's an incredible film, and I think there's something for everyone within this movie, and I think people will go in expecting one thing and then they'll be very, very surprised
Very
with
surprised.
what else they're
learn.
kind of gifted with, so yeah.
¿Cuál es su género favorito para hacer películas y su género favorito para como espectador?
Well, I'm not usually a horror genre viewer.
Me neither.
But I've very much enjoyed shooting in the genre of horror because I think it leads to this, it gives such a lot to the imagination and creativity. So when you're on a set like this and you're working with a director like Danny, there's just endless sort of possibilities for you to play the performance and so it's a really unique thing.
You're also often having to play like the real extremes of a situation.
Right, yeah.
You know, so you're really forced to use your imagination and try and contextualize, okay, well, what is this? What does this mean? How would this feel?
Yeah, how
you
would
know,
it
you
really
have to
feel?
really step outside of what you know, which is fun and a challenge.
Yeah, you get to play then.
Yeah.
It feels like you're actually,
Yeah.
¿Por qué invitaría al público al cine a ver esta película?
Well, if you like 28 Days Later, even if you haven't seen 28 Days Later, you should definitely come and see 28 Years Later because it features a family led by Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Jodie Comer, and this boy, their boy, Spike, Alfie. And those journeys are worth the price of admission alone. And there you will meet the infected that you met in the first film, but also variants of the infected, who are even more dangerous than the original ones.
¿Cómo fue elegir a un director español para la segunda película?
Oh, he's just a really good director. It doesn't matter that he's Spanish. I don't think the Spanish thing was any particular qualification. He's just a really good director, you know, and he made a really good film for us, so we're very indebted to him. There's a tiny bit of his footage in this film, which we asked his permission to use. There's a little bit of his footage in this film as well, of 28 Weeks Later, yeah.
¿Cree que a la gente le va a llamar más la atención esta película por haber utilizado iPhones en la parte técnica?
So interestingly, the studio, Sony, think they'll be put off, they'll think it looks cheap, but it doesn't look cheap, because these new technology is astonishing what it can do. And when you look at YouTube, everybody's using GoPros and iPhones and other smartphones and other kind of like cameras. The landscape is changing. There is the classical landscape, shot on film, IMAX style, all that kind of stuff. But this is more, not guerrilla, but it's more tactile. It's more about the technologies kind of infiltrated into the film. And we gave the actors cameras to hold in their hands, as they run, and you get shots that you cannot get with any other equipment. And drones carry these very small cameras, sometimes GoPro cameras, and you can get landscapes that you cannot see with a regular crew, because the regular crew impact it, flatten the landscape. This is like areas of the country that nobody's been in for 28 years. So you see how nature has returned and surrounds you in this kind of like panoramic 276 format. It's very beautiful. And nobody will be thinking this is shot on iPhones, not when they see it. But the iPhones also give you the opportunity to create these rigs which are lightweight and which you can surround an actor with, and you can move with them as well. And they're kind of like startling when you see the use of them. So it's a very exciting opportunity to use new technology. And you want that. You know, cinema can't stand still. It's got to embrace some of the new technology, even if it's very challenging. AI is going to be really challenging for cinema. But it's got to embrace it in some form. It's got to work out how to use it for the best for storytelling.